So I was actually born in Miami, and then when I was about 2 years old, we went to Durant. And then when I started elementary school, we moved out west to Clinton. And then when I started 8th grade, we moved back to Miami. And then I graduated from Miami High School and went to NEO, and then went on to Oklahoma State University, and eventually to Northwestern University for my PhD. Both my mother and my father went to college, and in their era, that wasn't that typical. But I did well in school, so I'd always planned on, going to college. And one of the primary reasons that I went to NEO was Orrin Need, who kind of ran the math program. If he's not the best teacher I ever had, then he's in the top 2 or 3. But and I had math classes from him for 2 years. While I was in Australia, I'd gotten interested in economics. So that's where the interest in economics came from, but I didn't have any background. And so I took like intermediate macro, intermediate micro, so I could learn the language. I couldn't have ever survived Northwestern's PhD program without having, I had to really learn the language and get some basics. And then I did the Northwestern graduate school. And then at the end of that, I was in Washington, D.C. for a year at the Brookings Institution, which was a very interesting experience. And then ended up coming up to Boston, to Boston College. While I was at Boston College, I ended up becoming a visiting economist at the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston. Most of what I've done since then is related to bank regulation, and that became not just a policy piece of work, but it ended up becoming a career in a sense. For all I knew when I was little, I was going to end up spending my life in Oklahoma there somewhere. And then I didn't. And then I was going to be a mathematician. And then I didn't. You just don't know. And so it's sort of, what's the Boy Scout thing? Be prepared. It's just, there's so many things that happen. I think sampling a number, different areas is a really good idea to get a sense, because you don't know for sure what you're comfortable with or what you might like doing. Because you spend a lot of hours working, and so it needs to be something that you like doing. I'm happy that I went to NEO. I think it was a good experience. As I say, it was fun. It was, I got a really good math background. I went there because it was convenient, it was cost effective, and because I knew I was going to major in math, at least initially, and I knew they had a great math teacher there, Orrin Need. It was a good experience.